Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. I am Pam and I am a crocheter who knits a bit. Welcome to my channel and thank you for spending some time with me. Welcome to all of the new subscribers and welcome back to my regular subscribers. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is well. Yes, it's hot here, that's why I'm glowing. I am in a corner of my craft room, so excuse the everything. This is how it is. This is where I do my thing. So I wanted to make a video on pom-poms. This is for you, Louise. I've been told that my pom-poms look very nice. And I love a good pom-pom on a beanie. If I had my choice, I would put a pom-pom on a beanie. And I know not everyone likes a pom-pom on a beanie, but I do. And there are several different ways to make them. Okay. By the way, this is Thursday, which I refer to as Friday Junior. And I think this is episode 33, if I'm not mistaken. So, welcome, and let's move on. I use a Clover Pom Pom Maker, and I am not sponsored. That's my pom-pom maker of choice. And yes, you can wrap it around a book, you can wrap it around a cassette, you can wrap it around pretty much anything that you want, but I prefer to use the Clover, and I will show you that in a moment. I also like to purchase pom-poms, the faux fur pom-poms. Super cute. And I don't know where I got these from. Honestly, I'm sorry. I bought these a long time ago. And I have a drawer where I keep all of my pom-poms in them. And these are tie-on, so you can just tie them in a bow underneath. And I'll show you how to do that as well. And then there is this. Can you guess what this is? It's a keychain. And I'll show you how to turn that into a pom-pom as well. So let's get started. I am going to use chunky yarn. Okay. This is Loops and Threads, Woolies Thick and Quick, because it'll go a little bit faster. And I have, isn't this cute? I like pink things. It's a little set of drawers of 3. And I got this at Five Below. If you've ever seen a Five Below store around, pop in. Everything in there is under $5 and they have all kinds of stuff. So here in my bottom drawer, I have my pom-pom makers. So I'm going to use the large one, and I will be facing this way. I don't know how to do the setup where you flip it around and you can see my hands. This is just to show you how I make mine, and just to give you an idea of what works for me. This is the Clover. This is the large pom-pom maker. And it comes in small, medium, and large. These are the 2 that I have. I wouldn't make a pom-pom any smaller than this to go on a beanie. And I don't make them, other than that. I strictly use them for beanies. So these are the 2 that I use. Yeah. I am going to use the large one. One of the tricks, not so much a trick, but a good thing to have in making a pom-pom is a really good pair of scissors. Now the cute decorative scissors, I wouldn't use those. I would get some really good scissors. These are Scotch scissors, and I got these from Target, because what's going to happen is, you see this groove right here? This is where you're going to run your scissors up that groove to cut. So you want something that fits in there nicely, something that's very sharp and that can cut right on through thick yarn, thin yarn, no matter how many times you wrap it, and you just want to cut right through there with ease. So I'll show you how to do that as well. The clover opens up like this on one side, and then you close it and it opens up on the other side. If you hear any noise, I have my fan on. It is super hot here. So I've never done a video where I'm showing how to do something, so bear with me. All right, you just take your yarn, pull some out. All right. Okay. When you open your Pom Pom Maker up, you want to start wrapping here. Okay? You want to wrap here and go around and around till you get to here. So I'm going to wrap one side. You wrap one side at a time, and all you do is take your yarn like that, catch it, and then you start to wrap. Now, I don't count how many times I wrap. I pretty much go by visual and the thickness of the yarn, because you don't want one side to be thicker than the other, but you can actually see. So you just wrap your yarn. Now you can wrap outward and then push your yarn back. You see what that did? So then you start wrapping again. And then you can push your yarn back. And that ensures that you will get the first wrap and you will have covered the entire half of the cylinder. So you'll be wrapping, and you take your finger and push back and wrap. Push back a little bit. And then now I grab it down here and just finish off. Okay, now I'm going to wrap again. So I'll just wrap. And you can see that you're layering over the top of your first layer. You're just layering over the top of your first layer. Come all the way up into this crevice right here. Okay. Keep your finger there, pull out a little bit more yarn. Now, I'm going to wrap this again, so this will be the third layer. So wrap around a couple of times there, and then just wrap. And you could see it kind of filling in the grooves that the yarn made previously. They just kind of fall into place. You can wrap, and then make sure you come up underneath here, and then wrap. Let's see. Nope, I'm going to wrap again. All right, so this is layer number 4. And now you can start to see it bulk up a little bit. Okay, and now we're coming to this edge here. Okay. All right. You need to end up back here because you're going to pull your yarn through there. So I will wrap one more time, but this time sporadically. So just kind of make, oh, look at that. There's a knot. It's okay. Okay, so this side looks nice and chunky. So now I'm going to close this. There's a groove right here. Pull my yarn through that. Actually, I'm sorry. Okay. Pull my yarn through here. Open up this other side. See here? Your yarn's right there. Open up the other side and start wrapping. And just wrap all the way around and then push it back. And this will give you your first layer. Okay, I need to continue wrapping. Now, this is not a tutorial. I'm just showing you how I make my pom-poms and how I use the clover. So this isn't a tutorial. So keep wrapping. This is still, you're still on your first layer. Okay, push back and then get right up in that crevice right there. Now we're going to start back down for the second layer. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this. We did 4 layers, I think it was. I'm going to wrap this 2 more times and then I will be right back. I'm back. Okay, so as you can see, I have this side all wrapped and I am going to pull my yarn right through here, right through there. Boop. Close this up, okay? That's how it looks, minus the knot on top. Looks like a yarn donut. Okay, that's how it looks. Now what I do is I clip that off, just cut that off. Now here's the trick. I hold mine like this, and what you want to do is right here where this opening is, that's where you're going to put your scissors. But if you notice, it tries to open. So you're going to have to hold it close, hold it. I clamp my fingers down around here. Put that right in between that groove. And that's when you're going to make your first cut. See? And your bottom scissor is leaning, it's laying on that groove that I showed you earlier. So make your cut and you can just feel it. Just keep cutting. And this might not be the best video, you guys. I'm just showing you how I make my pom-poms. That's all. Okay, you see that? See that groove right there? That's where your scissor is laying. And just continue to cut. Be sure to hold the Pom Pom Maker closed. And go all the way to see that? That's how it should look when you're done. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the other side. I won't make you watch that, and I will be right back. We are back, and I have cut on both sides. See that? You should be able to see this groove nice and clearly. Okay, now what you need is a good size piece of yarn. I would say this is good. What you need to do is take your yarn, lay it across the groove, okay? Make this even and pull down. Just yank it down in there, really just pull it so that it disappears. Okay? And you are going to tie this very tightly. So tie it as tight as you can, and you'll feel the yarn scrunch once you tie it. And what I do is flip it around. I bring the yarn back through here again. Pull up on that. Looks like a yo-yo. Okay. Tie another knot. Now, depending on what type of yarn you have, you don't want to break it, but you do want to make a secure knot. Okay, then I will tie it again in a knot. So now it's knotted. Okay, so this is what you have. That's what you should have. All right, now it's time to release the pom-pom. So these right here, you pull them back. Okay, just pull it back. See that? Flip it around. See this right here? Pull this back. And pull that back. And that's what you have. Okay? Pull that off. See? Take that off. And this is what you have. And put it together just like that. Close this up and close that up. And there you go. And this is what you have. So what you're going to do, where did this come from? Okay, we'll fix it. We'll make it fluffy. So what you're going to do is fluff it out, and see, that's not bad. All you need to do is a little trim. And that's why I like to use the Clover. So again, get your good pair of scissors. This is obvious. You're just going to trim that. Over here, you kind of have some flyaways. You're just going to trim that. Trim. And I just kind of hold it up. Look around where I see some extra yarn kind of protruding a little extra. And you're just going to trim it. Now, I usually have a trash can right underneath me when I'm doing that. And see, there you didn't have to do much to that at all. I could probably use another touch up here. And sometimes floppy pom-poms are good too. Um, I like them all. They don't necessarily have to look perfect, but look at that. That was effortless. I mean, pretty much didn't have to do anything to that. And if you want to make it a little bit, it's better to have it big and to take it down than to have a small one and have to take it down even more, because then your pom-pom will disappear. But look at that. That's not bad for just having to do a minor trim. Now I have to make another beanie to go with it. I do have some more of this yarn. So there you go. See? You have a nice, fluffy, big pom-pom. Now I'll show you. This is the most recent, the York beanie by Rail of the Dabbling Hook. I showed this in my last video, and I used the large pom-pom maker that we just used to make this one. Now, how you attach it, do you see I've tied it in a bow? Yeah, all you do is thread your darning needle, and or you can use a crochet hook. Poke it up through either side, grab onto these and pull them down inside the hat and tie it in a bow. When I used to put pom-poms, excuse me, on my beanies before, I made sure they were really tight, and I cut the yarn right up to the inside of the hat. And when you wash a pom-pom, sometimes it doesn't recover. So for it to be able to be removed is really nice. So I just tied it in a secure bow, and that way you can just undo the bow and pull the pom-pom off, wash your beanie, and you can put the pom-pom back on. Here's another one. Oh, this is my favorite beanie. This is the 3-in-1 beanie by Annoo Crochet Designs. This pattern is probably from 2016, and it is front post, back post, double crochet all the way, but the stretch action on here is just wonderful. The brim automatically flips up the way she has you make it, and I absolutely love it. I don't know if you guys can see the gold sparkle in this yarn. This is I Love This Yarn from Hobby Lobby, but look at the pom-pom. And I used the next size down for this one. And see? I love the way it just kind of nestles down inside of there. So that's that one. And then I have this one. Guess what this is? It's a keychain. It's a keychain. So I told you that I would show you how to do this. Do you see this right here? The elastic? Remove this hardware, okay? Take that hardware off. And that's what I did with this. Do you see that? That's a button. You attach a button to the elastic, and then when it's time to wash this, all you do is maneuver the button to where it comes out of the hole, the top of the beanie. And I seem to be struggling with that. Okay, one moment. I got it off. Okay, so see the top? You leave this slightly open just a little bit. And what I did was I attached the button to the elastic. I use this as like a little pull tab because when you get ready to put it back onto the hat, you can just push the little pull tab down through here and pull it, and then secure the button back in the hole, and then it's all ready to go. This is my favorite pattern as well. One of my favorite hat patterns. It is the puff stitch beanie. I've made so many of these. I love this yarn. This is one of my favorite colorways. It's called Painted Canyon. And Bhooked Crochet has this beautiful puff stitch beanie. There is no San Andreas fault in the back. No seam, no gap, nada. Nothing. So, that's it. I'm sorry, I'm not good at, this wasn't a tutorial, you guys. This was just basically for me to show you how I make my pom-poms. I do use a clover. You can pick a clover up at Joann's. You can get them at Michael's. You can get them on Amazon. So there aren't any links to leave, but I will just leave the information on where I picked them up from. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you again for watching and spending some time with me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. There are a lot of you guys. If you want to know how I came to be, watch my very first video, and that explains how I came to be. But I am so happy to be here, and I'm glad that you guys are spending some time with me. I'm having a blast. So I am going to bid you adieu, and I will see you soon. Have a good evening or a good day wherever you are in the world. Bye for now.